Hello, this is Stacy the computer. I trust you slept well.
We will blow away 深い風に立ち向かい全て強さに変え Rising blow away 悲しみさえ乗り越えて今希望の光掴むぜ
Hey guys, it's Ultra Prime 2 here. I hope you're having a good day. I know you guys have missed me. If I were you, I would have missed me too. And with me today, I'm not sure if you missed him, but you can tell him. Here's Umne.
Hey guys, it's been a while, but yeah, hi again.
Yeah, as you probably noticed from the title of the blog, that's true, we're coming back. The Fairy Tale Wiki podcast is returning. Basically...
Yeah.
Don't interrupt me, man. Anyways, we didn't really feel that we ended it on a positive or proper note last year. It ended close to New Year's, which was a good date, but honestly it wasn't a proper finale for something that we'd been doing for roughly 6 months. So we decided to bring back the podcast with something of a different taste to it this time around, with some new formats, some new styles, maybe new segments. We're not really sure yet. To be honest, we're doing this on a tentative basis. But anyways, we wanted to really bring in something new, as well as, things from the previous podcast that people really liked, the things that made people laugh, things you wanted to comment in the blogs about, the things that you kept in your mind for a while, things that really made our wiki the wiki. You know what I'm talking about, Umne?
Well, it's funny that you mentioned the fact that it was 6 months. Like, time flies, and during that, whole it went by really fast, I'm not gonna lie. And there were a lot of funny moments during that time. Specifically, there was a lot that happened.
You got something on your mind? You want to speak?
Yeah, I think it was a time when you were like, "Shut up, I'm on the internet."
Oh, I knew you were going to mention
like
that.
out loud.
Yeah.
Wait, who were you yelling at again?
I was yelling at my sister.
That was funny. Yeah, okay, I guess she caught you off guard, but
Oh yeah,
funny.
it's really late. She came at me telling me to keep quiet, and I'm like, I'm not even talking that loud. Yeah,
I think it was fun.
yeah.
The funny part was
everyone thought that it was funny.
But another funny bit was that was gonna be like the featured quote for the weekend.
Oh my! I remember that too. Chaos wanted that, and then they actually went and did it for like 3 or 4 days, whatever. Or Carrot wanted it. I can't even remember who. I think everybody except me wanted it, to be honest.
And
yeah.
What else happened during 6 months?
I remember one time Hungry got interrupted like 5 times in the same night. He couldn't even finish his question because the train kept blaring its horn.
Train, right.
Yeah, by the way, people, the train's going to be back for the podcast. I know you're going to have missed him.
Right, I remember that night, actually. He tried to form a sentence and he couldn't because it kept calling out. That was funny.
It was, wasn't it? But I don't know, man. That's just one of the latest and funniest moments, and I think we all know the funniest moment that came after that, right?
No, I don't remember. What are you talking about?
I think you remember, Umne. Or rather, Carrot. I'm sure she remembers, right?
Oh, was it when you were singing her?
See,
what song was that anyway?
If you say it like that, dude, if you say it like that, then it sounds creepy, right?
Okay, but you did sing to her in a way.
Yes, I did.
Attempt to sign it.
But to be fair, she asked me for the love song.
Aw, that was so nice of you to do. I didn't think it was too bad, but apparently it was really funny. What song was that?
Yeah, okay. It was called Hung Up. It's by Hot Shot Ray. They did a few other songs, but yeah, I happened to hear that one on Animax while I was watching a movie. I can't remember what movie it was though.
Never heard of them.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Hungry has though. But yeah, the song is basically about a bunch of guys trying to get this girl around the city, but it's kind of a mini techno vibe in the video, but the actual song is pretty normal, and they sing much better than I do. I'll just get that out there. But you know who is? But hey, can I say this? Do you know who is a good singer? Want to guess? Hungry. Hungry is actually an interestingly good singer.
Oh, well, wait. Why do you say that?
Oh, I don't think anybody knows, but I've heard him sing. Here, I'll play a little clip for you guys.
Get out of my head. I love that song. Oh, I love that song.
That's true. Hungry sings, and he loves One Direction. Let's all be a little bit thankful that he's not in the podcast this time, because he would so kick my ass for doing this.
Oh. What was that a private clip?
Not private insofar as Kuro was there. He heard it as well. But whatever. Yeah, I just had to do that. But yeah, this is the kind of stuff we really loved about the podcast, and it's what we really want. But we also, I think we acknowledge that we need a new format to keep things interesting. Hungry isn't going to be around this time due to him leaving the wiki. So I'll make it straight up. People, we want a third person. You know, please don't leave me alone with Umne for like an hour every other Saturday.
Maybe the funnest times ever.
See, I think you guys already know what's going through my head when he says that. Seriously.
I'm delicious.
I know, and he only does that once every month. I swear to God, something bad's gonna go down, so somebody help me. That's gonna be the call to duty. Guys, you guys can apply. If you want to be the third person in the podcast, just drop us a message on Skype or in the chat if anyone's there, which there never are because the chat's so dead these days. Oh my God, it's a little bit weird because we used to be so active.
Yeah, hopefully it picks back up once April comes around.
Yeah,
well, you know,
really.
like the anime, I mean, specifically.
No, I get what you mean. We would like that. You know, and just to mention this, because we're on a tentative basis, we're going to do the podcast bi-weekly. That means 2 chapters every 2 weeks. So overall, you'll have 2 podcasts per month. We're going to try and do this as a test, just to see what gets the best reception. We're very willing to change it back to weekly if our schedules permit and if the viewership warrants it, rather than listenership. But I do have to say that one major change is we won't do the same rankings like we used to do for the week's manga. That means though we'll be reading Toriko, Naruto, One Piece, and various other manga, we probably won't be doing the same rankings, at least at first. I mean, we might do it later depending on how we can work out our time schedule, how it works out for like the general bi-weekly issues we'll be doing, because, I mean, we're not going to do it weekly anymore, and we'll be really jam-packed trying to associate around 10 manga chapters, because as you guys know, Beelzebub ended its run a couple months ago, so we won't have that anymore. And while I would read Magi, I don't really want to right now, so whatever. I can't even, as you guys know, I just started a new job, so that's going to be a little bit different, and, you know, I got to really manage my time better. But,
I didn't even know Beelzebub ended.
Well, that's because you didn't read it, Unne, did you?
I'm so busy, I can't.
Yeah, of course.
But, I mean, it's fine since this is going to be bi-weekly. We're going to have 2 chapters to talk about, and I don't think it'll be as long as it used to be, right? Like, this time around? We'll test the waters and we'll see how it goes.
Pretty much, yeah. But we will retain the questions. We do want this podcast to be interactive, and we really want you guys to have fun with what you're giving us. So you guys can send us questions. I'm currently considering as to whether or not we're going to keep the 5-question limit. At the time of this recording, I'm unsure, but by the time you guys read this in the blog, rather you'll be viewing it. Well, yeah, we'll see. Which is another...
I mean...
That's one other thing I wanted to mention. As you guys may have noticed, you're not just listening to this, so viewership is correct. You guys will be watching these podcasts. We're going to have a little bit of a video format going on. We're going to just splice clips or just pictures, depending on what we think is best to suit the... you know, what's going on in the talk, and, you know, try to make the thing more visually interesting, and just, you know, give you guys something to look at. Maybe you guys will be more motivated to tune in if you have something to watch, and, I don't know, maybe I'll just toss in a funny picture, and if I ever get that picture, of all the cum on Umne's face, who knows, maybe I'll let you see that as well.
My goodness gracious, that was very poorly made, firstly.
Well, to be
Secondly,
fair, it was Hungry. I mean, I think he just screwed around in MS Paint.
He's proficient in that, but yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Alright, so
You're lucky
sounds good.
You're lucky it wasn't done by Relly.
Wow, oh, you know what? If Relly were to do it, I'd be like pretty interested because he's really good with his art.
Exactly.
So I'm not gonna be that mad if he did it.
But you're gonna be a little bit mad, and to be honest, you'll probably be a little interested, won't you?
well, you can't hate Relly. Alright, well,
I'm not gonna
I guess
comment on that.
wraps it up, right?
Yeah, that totally wraps it up, guys. Okay, you can send in questions. The previous podcast email will still be in use. Hungary actually did a good thing by setting up that name, so we'd rather not change it around. We're going to just keep continuing that, so you don't have to worry. Your questions will be seen, but keep in mind that since we're doing it bi-weekly, you can keep your questions up to the end. So that's a message to all of you who used to send your questions in early, or rather that's just Fleet Admiral 88. You don't have to rush, dude. You can take your time, and we'll get to your questions. Don't worry about it. Because it's going to be 2 chapters. We don't want you to send a question after the first chapter, only have that answered in the next chapter, right? Then you'll want to revise your answers or whatever. Who knows, right? You can't
That's
predict.
true,
Exactly.
yeah.
So just be a little patient. It's not going to hurt anybody. The minute the next chapter comes out, you can just click send on the email and we'll get it probably before anyone else. Because I do remember him sending his questions first for the vast majority of the original podcast.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty, well, I look forward to reading all those questions sooner or later, and
I look forward to Rai losing all the weight he's gained over these past couple years. Rai, we really, really want you to get healthy.
It's been a while since I spoke to him.
It's been a while since anyone is able to see him.
Oh, well, who knows? I'd like to get an update from him, but aside from that, I guess, yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. That's a message to all you people, all our admins, counselors, whichever mods are left, and all the interested users of the wiki. Hopefully you guys will enjoy this upcoming show. We really hope you will. We hope this will attract new viewers. Maybe, some new users will listen to it and be more interested in joining our community because, our community's been dead in the dumps as of late for reasons that I don't really want to explain because my reasons are heavily biased in my favor.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay, well,
Okay, people, that is the end of this podcast. Rumna, you got any final words?
no, I just look forward to seeing you guys soon.
Yep, and we look forward to having fun with you guys. That's the end of this
All right.
little intro to the podcast. And as usual, Umne, kill yourself.